Carolina noticed that Andre was tense. It was evident that someone was willing to liquidate the Valdivias and was troubled by the doubt about the motive for the attacks. Could any of Carlos' actions, before the shot down, have gone against the interests of a criminal group? In Cali, emerging criminals known as the Orihuela brothers had launched an operation with a view to shipping cocaine to the United States. The same group would also be involved in crimes of extortion, kidnapping, and murder. Their interest, in those days, would be to diversify the means to transport the drug and, for that, they used violence to achieve their objectives. The Orihuela tried to co-opt politicians, police, and countless members of Colombian high society, and Andre knew that representatives of the criminals had already sought out Carlos. In his office, Andre was examining documents when Carolina came in carrying, on a tray, a pot of tea and cream biscuits that she had made herself. When leaving it on the boss's desk, the secretary made a move to leave, but Andre asked her to stay. He thanked her for all that, in her absence, she had done. He said he had heard that she spared no effort to keep him out of trouble. He praised the cookies she had made, and after the last sip of tea, he held out the cup for Carolina to take and took advantage of that moment to hold the secretary's hand and kiss it. The girl was astonished for a few seconds and, looking embarrassed, got up holding the tray and left. Andre followed her with his eyes until the door closed. Before the end of the day, Carolina was surprised with an invitation to dinner, but the initiative was not from whom she expected, but from Anna, whom she barely knew. Dinner was to be at a new restaurant serving Austrian and German menus. Taken by surprise, the secretary argued that she didn't have the right clothes to go to sophisticated places, to which Anna replied that she didn't have either. The conversation was friendly, and Carolina ended up accepting the invitation. Manuel would pick her up at 20:30. That same afternoon, attorney Sevilla looked for Carolina, needing Andre's signature on documents related to Anna. Sevilla also asked the secretary for information about the fate of Maria Valdivia's belongings. The lawyer seemed dissatisfied with the distribution of said assets, since the inventory of the deceased Maria had not yet been completed. When contacted, Andre argued that the interested parties had been consulted and that there was no disagreement. He claimed that the jewels left by Maria Valdivia had been acquired unofficially, without receipts or purchase notes. Assets such as the house, land, and farms would be inventoried, but of these, Carlos would be the only heir since the couple had no heirs. At the scheduled time, Manuel looked for Carolina. The secretary lived in a small building near the bus station in Cali. She was already waiting at the entrance. She did not want to be late for dinner. The driver opened the rear door of Carlos' Mercedes, where Andre was already carrying 2 small bouquets of roses. Surprised, Carolina froze. Realizing the situation, Andre told him that was also invited and extended one of the bouquets to Carolina. He said it was a way of apologizing for what he had done that afternoon. Exchanging glances, the young woman said only that she liked it.